Cracking this question is like uncovering a hidden clue in a treasure hunt. Once you find it, the whole map starts making sense. And every bit of patience that you use sharpens your detective skills, leading you closer to the ultimate prize, the correct answer. You're presented with 2 treasure boxes. Each box has 6 numbers inside. The first box has numbers 22, 14, 18, 72, 56, and 88. The second box has numbers 3 and 7 in the first row, and then comes the first missing number. In the second row, the numbers are 52, 28, and then comes the second missing number. To be successful in your treasure hunt, you need to calculate both missing numbers and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 11 and 12. Choice B, 21 and 23. Choice C, 12 and 13. And last but not least, choice D, 14 and 17. Feeling a bit puzzled on your treasure hunt? I've been down this road too. Here's a quick hint to help you. Remember, when I was presenting the numbers, I started in the upper left corner and went around the circle, or I guess around the treasure box, which might make you to think that the calculations are done within the row. What if this is not correct? What if calculations are done a little differently? I think you've got it now, and you uncovered the hidden clue, my fellow treasure hunter. Now the adventure is in your hands, or maybe in the hands of the future you, the wise explorer who subscribes to online training for everyone. And while you're reflecting on this treasure hunt, drop a note in comments with how many clues you've uncovered correctly in this video. And let me know which mysteries in this video you enjoyed solving the most. Are you ready to reveal your hidden clue? Don't worry if you're still searching in the dark, or if your guess seems as wild as a treasure map with no X on the spot. You might be surprised at how straightforward the answer really is once we uncover it together. In fact, the top number in each column is found by dividing the bottom number by 4. Let's look at the example in the first treasure box to confirm our hypothesis. 88 divided by 4 equals 22. 56 divided by 4 in the middle column equals 14. 72 divided by 4 equals 18. Now we can unlock our treasure box by calculating the missing numbers. Let's verify the middle row first. 7 multiplied by 4 equals 28. Let's calculate the first missing number in the upper right corner. 52 divided by 4 equals 13. And number in the bottom left corner is calculated as 3 multiplied by 4 and equals 12. So the correct answer here is choice C, 12 and 13. Without a doubt, to solve this question, we need to embrace the famous quote from Napoleon Hill. Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. So embrace the challenges presented by this question as opportunities for your personal and professional growth, knowing that perseverance is the pathway to success. You're presented with the octagon. Octagon has 7 numbers inside, and the 8th number is missing. Starting from the 8 o'clock, the numbers are 51, 93, 72, 85, 16, 36, 25, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 9. Choice B, 39. Choice C, 49. And last but not least, choice D, 98. I know you can do it. Together, we'll navigate through these challenges and emerge stronger on the other side. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? And as you might have guessed, the pattern here is very simple. Starting at 8 o'clock, numbers on the opposite side of the octagon are subtractions of the digits squared from the opposite side. Let's look at the example. At 8 o'clock, we see the number 51. At 2 o'clock, we see the number 16. 5 minus 1 squared equals 16. Let's confirm our logic with other numbers. 9 minus 3 squared equals 36. 7 minus 2 squared equals 25. So the missing number is calculated as 8 minus 5 squared and equals 9. So the correct answer here is choice A, 9. I hope you would agree with Helen Keller, who famously remarked that character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. You are presented with 4 shapes. There are numbers under each shape. The first shape has number 33. The second shape has number 44. The third shape has number 55. And then comes the shape with the missing number. You need to calculate and select the missing number out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 77. Choice B, 99. Choice C, 111. And last but not least, choice D, 132. I need to remind you that facing a challenging question in the assessment test can feel daunting. But remember, every obstacle is an opportunity for your growth. Take a moment to gather your thoughts, trust in your abilities, and approach the question with determination and resilience. Together, we will navigate through this challenge and emerge stronger on the other side. Are you ready to show your answer? And the answer in this question is much simpler than you think. To calculate the number associated with the shape, you need to multiply the number of shape sides to 11. Let's look at the example. The first shape is the triangle. Triangle has 3 sides, 1, 2, and 3. And to calculate the number associated with triangle, we need to multiply 3 by 11, and the associated number is 33. Let's look at other shapes. The second shape is square. Square has 4 sides. 4 multiplied by 11 equals 44. The next shape is pentagon. Pentagon has 5 sides. 5 multiplied by 11 equals 55. And now comes the most interesting part. Did you know that the shape with 12 sides is called the decagon? And to calculate the number associated with the decagon, we need to multiply 12 by 11, and the end result of this is 132. So the correct answer here is choice D, 132. You need to determine which 4 numbers average 25, but you only presented with 3 numbers. The numbers are 12, 48, 25, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 15, choice B, 20, choice C, 35, and last but not least, choice D, 40. Here's the caveat though, can't use the calculator. Well, let me give you a little bit of time to solve this challenge, and let's reconnect on the other side to compare the answers. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? And to solve it, we need to remember how to calculate the average. Average is the sum of all the numbers divided by the number of elements. In our case, we can create the formula 25 equals, and then on the top 12 plus 48 plus 25 plus x as a missing number divided by 4. Once we simplify, 25 would be equal, in parentheses, 85 plus x divided by 4, which means 100 would be equal 85 plus x, and x can be calculated as 100 minus 85 and would be equal 15. And let's make sure we walk the talk and don't repeat typical mistakes. Let's verify our answer. 12 plus 48 plus 25 plus 15 equals 100. 100 divided by 4 equals 25. It looks like our calculations are correct, and the correct choice here is choice A, 15. You are presented with the series of 3 by 3 squares. Each square has certain shapes inside, but the key is that each square only has 3 objects. We're dealing with sequence of squares 1, 2, and 3, and your goal is to determine which shape comes next in the sequence. Your choices for the answers are choice A, B, C, and D. Well, let me give you a hint. Take a look at the arrow in the middle. Take a close look at the first shape and see where arrow is pointing. Then move to the second shape and see where it's pointing now. And then look at the third shape. I think you've got it now. Why don't you spend a little bit of time to solve this question now and get to the final answer? Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? I shared with you the pattern for the arrow, which is located in the middle of the square. The arrow alternates turning up and to the right. In the first shape, arrow points up. In the second shape, it turns to the right. And then in the third shape, it points up again, which means that in the fourth shape, in the missing shape, the arrow should be pointing right. If you look at the answers, you can eliminate choices A and B because you know that they're incorrect, which obviously still leaves us with the choices C and D, but at least you have a 50-50 chance to get it right. Let's look closely at other shapes so we can solve this challenge 100% instead of just 50-50. Let's start with the circle. The circle is located at 3 o'clock, and the pattern for the circle is that it moves through 3 squares clockwise, and it always follows the perimeter. Does this remind you anything? It might have reminded you the knight moves in chess. Knight in chess always moves in an L shape, 2 squares in one direction, horizontal or vertical, and then 1 square perpendicular. Because we're dealing with 3 by 3 square and circle moves through 3 squares clockwise, it always resembles the L shape. But the most interesting pattern here is with the shape that starts as triangle at 11 o'clock. It starts at 11 o'clock and then rotates clockwise to other corners, and with each move, the number of sides in the shape increases by 1. Let's look closely because this might be the key to solving this challenge. It starts as a triangle with 3 sides. Then it becomes a square at 1 o'clock with 4 sides. Then it turns into pentagon at 5 o'clock, which means that in the final correct answer it would become hexagon at 8 o'clock. Based on this, the correct answer here is choice D. It's hard to deny, but to solve this question, we need to remember the words of Confucius. Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. So let's embrace this challenge as an opportunity for growth and learning, knowing that resilience is the key to success. It is our time to demonstrate it and solve this question, learning new skills at the same time. You're presented with the equation, build with the matchsticks. The equation is not correct right now. An equation is 5 minus 3 equals 8. Your goal is to fix the equation by moving just one matchstick. Yes, just one. It seems so easy, but maybe it is or maybe it isn't. It is possible that this question may seem daunting at first, but I know you have the skills and creativity to tackle it. Trust your abilities and let's explore all possible solutions together. Let's tackle it as a team. Are you ready to show your answer? As I already mentioned, the solution here is simpler than you think. But to get to it, let's understand the rules of the matchstick problems. The first rule is that you cannot use less or greater signs. And the second rule is that you cannot use not equal sign. Wouldn't it be easy to just change the equal sign into greater sign and say 5 minus 3 greater than 8? Or to move pretty much any matchstick and make non-equal sign, and you wouldn't run out of options. You might be asking then, what moves are allowed? And there are a few. Movement of matchsticks from digit to digit, from sign to digit, and from digit to signs. Also, negative numbers are allowed. With that in mind, let's solve this equation. We need to move one matchstick from the digit 8 to the first digit. This changes the first digit to 9 and the last digit in this equation to 6. And the correct equation here is 9 minus 3 equals 6. You know, I feel just like my old math book from high school. Why did math book look sad during the test? Because it had too many problems. But hey, I have you, and together we can solve any question, even this one. You're presented with unusually looking shapes. Shapes have numbers inside. The middle number in the first shape is 17. Numbers in a circle are 4, 7, and 3. And numbers inside the large circle are 10, 2, and 5. In the second shape, the middle number is 16. The numbers in the small circle are 3, 4, and 1. And the numbers inside the large circle are 12, 4, and 3. Third circle looks a little bit more challenging, just a little, because 2 numbers are missing. But the numbers in the small circle are 5, 7, and 2, and there are 2 numbers inside the large circles, 6 and 3. And just like I said, 2 numbers are missing, and you need to calculate and select them out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 14 and 21. Choice B, 16 and 23. Choice C, 18 and 25. And last but not least, choice D, 20 and 27. You feel like you stumbled upon a tough one? Well, you're not alone, but remember, nothing is too challenging for you. You can do anything. Your answer is just waiting to be discovered. Are you ready? Let's move forward and discover the solution together. If you look closely, you can easily recognize the pattern. In fact, outside numbers form clockwise addition expression with the result at 8 o'clock, and inside numbers form multiplication expression with the result at 2 o'clock. And middle number is the sum of results of both calculations for inside and outside numbers. Let's look at the example. If you look closely at the numbers in small circles, 3, 4, and 7, you can easily see that 3 plus 4 equals 7. Let's look at the numbers inside of the larger circle. 5 multiplied by 2 equals 10. You need to move counterclockwise here. 7 and 10 are results of the calculations. 10 plus 7 equals 17, which represents the middle number. Make sure you verify the pattern in the middle shape, but I am going to switch to the third shape, which has two numbers missing. 2 plus 5 equals 7. These are the calculations in small circles. 6 multiplied by 3 equals 18. These are the calculations inside the large circle. And 7 plus 18 equals 25. So the correct answer here is choice C, numbers 18 and 25. You can't argue with Winston Churchill, who famously said, "Success is a stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm," which means that we need to embrace failure as a stepping stone to success. And this is very true for this question. Let's keep trying to solve it without any loss of enthusiasm. You're presented with three pairs of numbers. The first pair is 43 and then 347. The second pair is 57 and 7512. And then the third pair only has the first number, which is 89. And you need to calculate the second number in the pair, which could be selected out of four possible choices. Choice A, 9817. Choice B, 9823. Choice C, 8919. And choice D, 8757. Are you feeling a bit overwhelmed by this question? Well, I feel exactly the same way. But remember Winston Churchill. Take a moment to regroup and approach it with the fresh perspective. You are capable of overcoming any obstacle, and I'm here to support you every step on the way. Let's tackle this as a team. Are you eager to present your solution? The trick with this question is that the pattern is very simple but not very obvious. What we need to do, we need to reverse the digits and add together to obtain the final number. Let's look at the example. If we pretend that the first two digits are A and B, then the result would be BA and B plus A. Let's take a look at the example. Let's start with 43. On the other side of the pair, it would be 34, which are reverse digits for 43, and sum of 3 and 4. So the end result would be 347. Let's continue and look at the second pair. 57 equals 75 and 7 plus 5, which would be equal 7512. Now we can calculate the missing number. 89 will be equal 98 and 8 plus 9, which would be equal 9817. So the correct answer here is choice A, 9817. To solve this question, let's draw strength from the creativity of J.K. Rowling, inventor of Harry Potter, who transformed her life through the power of storytelling. You're presented with the diamonds, 3 diamonds. Each diamond has 4 numbers inside. The first diamond has numbers 5, 3, 2, and 10. The second diamond has numbers 7, 4, 5, and 19. The third diamond has numbers 8, 5, 9, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 24. Choice B, 25. Choice C, 26. And last but not least, choice D, 27. Seems tricky, huh? But remember J.K. Rowling's. She offered us to look at this question as a blank page, where you can be the author of your own narrative of success. She famously remarked, "Anything is possible if you've got enough nerve." Don't you think this quote inspires courage and boldness, key attributes for anyone facing new challenge and aiming for success? Just like you, let's remember it when working on this question. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? Let me show you how you can learn and grow with this particular question. The typical mistake people make with this question is not considering that the bottom number can be a result of the calculations using 3 other numbers. But this is exactly the pattern for this particular calculations. The bottom number is calculated as a subtraction of multiplication and addition for the numbers in a diamond. Let's look at the example. 3 multiplied by 5 minus 3 plus 2 equals 10. I think you've got it, but just in case, let's look at the second diamond. 4 multiplied by 7 minus 4 plus 5 in parentheses equals 19. And now it's the time to calculate the missing number. 5 multiplied by 8 minus 5 plus 9 in parentheses equals 26. So the correct answer here is choice C, 26. To solve this question, we need to remember the words of Henry Ford. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. You're presented with 3 triangles. Each triangle has 4 numbers inside, and 1 triangle has the number missing. Starting with the left triangle, at 12 o'clock the numbers are 2, 15, 10, and then there is number 5 in the middle. In the second triangle, the numbers are 3, 16, 12, and then number 4 in the middle. In the third triangle, the numbers are 14, 7, number 2 in the middle, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 14, choice B, 15, choice C, 16, and last but not least, choice D, 17. Trust in your abilities, and let's explore all possible options together. Let's tackle this problem as a team. Are you ready with your answer? As you might have guessed, to answer this question, we need to detect the pattern. And the pattern here is rather simple. To better understand the pattern, I assigned letters in each placeholder for the digits. The letters are A, B, C, and D. And the pattern here is A multiplied by B calculates C, and C plus B gives us the result for D. Let's look at the example. In the first triangle, 2 multiplied by 5 equals 10. Then 10 plus 5 equals 15. In the second triangle, 3 multiplied by 4 equals 12. And 12 plus 4 equals 16. And in the third triangle, 7 multiplied by 2 equals 14. And 14 plus 2 equals 16. So the correct answer here is choice C, 16. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.